Hi, I'm Mr. Huber, and in this video we're going to look at exercise 2J. Well, again, you can see we do have a coefficient in front of the x squared other than 1. So it's a sad parabola which has undergone a vertical shrink. So we have to do or solve this exercise like G, H, or I. Let's do that. F of x is equal to minus a half x squared minus 4x minus 8. Now again, we're going to solve it like this. We're going to factor out the minus 1/2, so it's an x squared plus 8x minus 8. Again, wait a second and think it through. Well, when you factor out minus 1/2, and you should get this. Let's see whether it's true. If you mentally distribute it, then it's this times this. That's okay. Minus 1/2 times 8, that's minus 4. So this is correct. So f of x is in fact x squared plus 8x. So we're going to complete the square. So half of that squared minus half of that squared, brackets closed, minus 8. So now this will be our perfect square. F of x is minus 1/2 x plus 4 squared minus 16 minus 8. Now we need to distribute. So this times this and this times this. So that's minus 1/2 x plus 4 squared plus 8 minus 8. So this one goes. So f of x is now minus 1/2 x plus 4 squared. Well, clearly this is now a function that has been shifted to the left. So the vertex is at minus 4, 0. If you wanted, you could write a plus 0 here in order to see that it is in vertex form. And the y-intercept is at 0, minus 8. So this is 0 minus 8. This could be minus 4. So minus 4yx. And this is minus 8. So our parabola would probably look somewhat like this. Well, I told you in the first exercise of this type that in many cases it's better to just factor out the 1/2 of the first two terms. Well, this is one of the rare exercises where it could have been beneficial to factor it out from all three terms. Look, you could have done it like this. Minus 1/2 x squared plus 8x, and then here plus 4 plus 16, plus 16. Now let's think it through again. Well, if you factor this out, or if you multiply it out, if you distribute, you get minus 1/2 x squared minus 4x and minus 8. Why is it beneficial? This is one of the rare examples. It's pretty clear because this is now a binomial formula. This is just x plus 4 squared. So it can be beneficial to to factor out the 1/2 of all three terms. But in most cases, it's not. In most cases, this is better. And if you're in one of these rare cases where it could have been better to factor it out from all the three terms, well, then you have a bit more work. It's a bit more laborious, but in the end, you'll get the same thing. So it doesn't really matter. So that's why in most cases, I just factor out the minus 1/2 from the first two terms only. But you can see it would have been beneficial here. So I hope it wasn't too difficult. See you in the next one.